In Southern Virginia, irrigation, water for your plants or your grass, whatever it is always a pretty big issue. I don't worry too much about the grass, it's fine, but I do want to keep producing tomatoes, and so I've used a lot of varieties of soaker hoses and different ways to get water to my tomato plants. And one thing, I use a manifold, like of a single hose coming out to the garden, and I've got a lot of manifold systems like this one here with 4, and where I use soaker hoses or various hoses that have some way of getting water to my plants. And I've just kind of had it with the soaker hoses because I set this one up. It's a couple years old, and you know, things don't last forever. They're out here in the heat with the sun blasting down on them. But this soaker hose is a different kind than your usual soaker hose, and I bought it, and it worked okay. But you know, you end up watering areas like right here where you walk, not necessarily just the areas where you need water, like your plants. So I'm gonna show you what happened when I turned the water on this year. What happened? Big hole here, and also that it's just leaking badly. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to get my camera wet, but not only do we have that big burst there, but there's a lot of water running underneath. And I can hear there's another break in here someplace. I'll show you all the stuff that I bought, and I'm going to see if I can get part of it set up today. I don't actually think I bought enough of the right stuff. And part of the reason I've never done it is it's just so intimidating when you go into the store and you see all this stuff and you're not sure what it's for. And I looked on YouTube to get some ideas and still not sure with exactly what the products were. So I'll show you what I got. So this is the thing you absolutely must have. This is the it's 1/2-inch poly tubing, and it's fairly stiff, but this is what you're going to use to get the water running down the main alley. And then you're going to use the what is this called? This is a 1/4 inch black vinyl tubing, and this is much more flexible. Okay, and then I bought this other stuff, and hopefully it's all going to work out. I'm not going to open this stuff until I know for sure that this is what I need. I bought this all-in-one tool, and okay, it's going to help me get I'm going to go ahead and open this. Yeah, I'm thinking the main thing is I can hold on to the tube and get the hole in just the right place for this. But you can't just stick this straight into here. You have to have some sort of connector. So that is what I need to see of all the things I have. Like I have these poly stake supports, and now these stakes are big. They'll hold on to this and keep them in place. There's 3 of them. It may not be enough, but I'm not actually going to open them until I'm sure that I do need them. And then you have the same kind of thing for the little tubing here, the 1/4 inch support stake. And this one has 10 in the package, and they don't actually do anything but hold the tube. And then I bought these couplers. So these couplers can be used to connect the 1/4 inch vinyl or in-line drip tubing to the 1/2 inch. So these things I know I'm going to need, because these are going to connect this skinny pipe to this big pipe. Okay, so definitely going to need these. And then these are the dripper stakes. Now these are stakes, but unlike these other stakes here that I bought, these are adjustable dripper stakes that can be adjusted from 1 to 10 gallons per hour. And so they will actually dispense the water, and they will connect to this tube here. But I only bought 3 of them. I think I'm going to need more of these, because the other things I bought the tees, but the tees aren't for dispensing the water. The tees are to be used to connect 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch. So in other words, they won't fit into the big, but they will fit in here. I can tee off, and we'll see how all that works out, whether or not I need any of these. If not, I'll take them back. And then I got this connector, and this is the one that you put on at the end. So when you're all done and you got it where you want it, then you end it with this. There's a couple of different ways you can do it, but this is what this does. It just stops the water. It's at the end of the line, like at the end of the line of your soaker hose. That's this. And now this one is your beginning of the line, or it starts it. So you're going to connect it to the hose, the garden hose, and then you're going to connect it here. So that's my plan, and I'm going to go outside and see what I can get done. I'm going to remove the old soaker hose first. Okay, I guess I should have shown you how I did this. I took this piece that connects from the 3/4 inch pipe, which I've stretched out to kind of uncurl it, and I took this one little connector piece and connected it to the hose, as you can see, and then also to the 1/2 inch polyfaucet, whatever it says, fitting. Okay, so I turned on the hose and it worked great. I guess I should have shown pushing on. Just push this pipe in really hard into this piece. That's the only thing I can say. I don't know that you're supposed to take it off once you put it on. So I'm not even going to try, but I will show you. I'm going to turn the hose on and show you that the water is not leaking out. Okay, so I got water going into the hose. It's not leaking here. So this 1/2 inch poly faucet fitting is working great. There's plenty of water going through the hose because I'm going to show you. You know, we just got a ton of water running right through there. So that tells me it's working, and I'm real happy about that. So next, I'm going to try and stretch it out in the garden. Alright, I got this loose, the fitting loose from my hose, and I'm going to connect it onto the manifold. Hopefully it looks like it should fit perfectly. I was concerned that maybe this would right on here, and then kind of get things laid out. Definitely I'm a novice, so if I can do it, you can do it. Yours might look a little different, might have a different configuration. There we go. Okay, so that went right on. You can see with these manifolds, here, this is the closed position, no water's going to go through, and here we have it open. And I'm just going to leave the water off for now and try to get this laid out and figure out exactly how I want to do it. And then I'll report back. Okay, so I've got the 1/2 inch poly tubing laid out. You can see it's going behind my tomato plants here. Just getting it surrounded. And then I've got to get it to lay out flat. Here it's popping up. I've got lots of rocks and stuff, bricks, to help me get it straight. Goes around behind my cucumber plant, and in between these 2 tomato plants I'm going to have to do a couple of lines off of that. And then these are 2 cantaloupe plants, and so the line is right here, and I'll have to run something off of that. And so I've got it laid out pretty good, and then it goes behind these tomato plants, and then zing, I have, I don't know what, 12 feet left of it. Okay, so my neighbor said when it comes time to end the pipe, you actually can buy this thing that bends it and holds it in place, and he said that's the best thing to do, and maybe it's the cheapest, but I had bought this fitting that's the end fitting, and I'm just gonna, I guess you could always open it up too, but at any rate, I'm just gonna go with what I already bought, since I don't have that. And this is how it fits in. You just, you know, put the 1/2 inch in, and you push it pretty good. And hopefully that'll all hold. And is I have to connect the 1/4 inch vinyl to hose or tube to the big 1/2 inch tube. So what I have to do is decide where to do that, and then I will put these in the hole and connect it. So let's see how all this works. So I've got my, and you put it, hopefully you can see this. Alright, so made a hole. Here's the hole. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right there. And I'll see if I can get the tube thing in it. I'm going to use this coupler, and first I'm going to stick it in here. Okay, and then, see, this tool is supposed to help you with the pushing, which is, it does. It gives you a nice flat surface. So that tool, that was really helpful. Helpful to make the hole and helpful to push it in. And now let's see. Maybe I'm doing this in the wrong order. Maybe I should have. Oh. Okay, went in. We're good. All right, that's good. Okay, and then this does not have to be that long. Wow, I really don't need a very long one. All right. Let's see. That may even be too much. So that goes like that. Wow, if I had known it was this easy, I would have done this a long time ago. Okay, so here I have my tool, and it's just so easy. You just put the tool over there, you push it till it makes a hole. Nice and easy. I'm doing all this, which is pretty important to me. But you can put the connector on here. And I'm just going to poke the connector right in, and then got to give it a little push. There we go. Did you hear that click? It clicked right in. Perfect. Then I take this. I was thinking it had to be a lot stronger or something. I mean, this is really much easier. And just put it there. Then take some kind of scissors. Oops. I'm just going to cut it here. I mean, you can cut it shorter later. You can't make it longer later. Oh, you could with a new piece of pipe. But like that. Now, I'm putting the delivery system on last since I need to buy more of that. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to get this all laid out. And then I'm going to have to go back to the store and decide how I want to do this. But that's just how easy it is. It's really way better than I imagined. So, all right. So what I've done is I've run the 1/2-inch tubing. That's the big tube that you can see here. And I have put connectors in and run to the 1/4-inch tubing. Here's my connector, and here's my 1/4-inch tubing. I did not put any water delivery on it, but what I'm going to do, because I need to buy something, but I'm going to test it just to see if everything works. So I have that set up with all my plants that we see. The 1/4-inch runs off, and now I'm going to go try it on. I'm going to go turn the water on and see what happens. This is the new one I'm just running here, the new system I put in. Here's an old hose. I'm going to just turn this off for now. That's off. And I'm going to turn that's for my cantaloupes, my other cantaloupes. And now I can hear that it is delivering the water. Much water is coming out. I see, quite a bit. But I don't see any other leaks where it's not supposed to be leaking. And I see that it is indeed delivering water. And worst case, if I couldn't get up to the store anytime soon, I could still actually use this little bit of work. Man, I should have done this a long time ago. Is working great. So with these adjustable dripper stakes that I bought, not only do you not have to be concerned about the amount of water flow or water pressure, they also do come with these connectors. So you may not need as many connectors as you thought, but these would connect from the big pipe to the little pipe, the 1/2-inch pipe into the 1/4-inch pipe. So you can keep that in mind. I bought them. I already opened the other ones. And then the connector is actually on the stake that goes up here. So we're just going to take this and go to the next plant. I got it in the pepper plant. And now coming over to my silvery fir tree tomato plant. I bought this one from Strange's nursery. It's the only one I bought so that I'd have tomatoes really early, and I did. I got to harvest tomatoes, or a tomato, in May. So you just push this in, push it in as hard as you can, and then stick it near the roots, and then it is adjustable, so you can adjust this part, and I'll do that with the water on so you can see how it is. And I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of them on, but it's that easy. I went to Lowe's today to get more of these adjustable dripper stakes, and I looked at all the other things that they had to deliver water there, and I'll tell you why I like these the best. These, they do have the spike in there, so they'll stay put, but also all the other ones said that you should use some sort of flow control type of device, so that, I guess, there's not too much water pressure. I guess that's what it is. But at any rate, these do not have any type of thing where you can only have so much water pressure. And so I bought 3 more packs of these adjustable dripper stakes, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in for each of my tomato plants, my pepper plants, and should be all set. So I'd already set up the 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch, and so now I have just to go ahead and connect like this, push it on good, and then go ahead and set it right here so it'll be able to drip right in. So that's my, I turn the water on, and you can see how it's dripping. I actually had so much water coming out because I only had the one hose on. And you see they're all kind of dripping like that. Here, this one is underneath the tomato plant is dripping, and now this one over here in my cantaloupe plants, I had put this one in yesterday. This is the one I actually installed, and I had unscrewed it so much that when I turned the water on, it shot up like a geyser. The top fell off, but I was able to pick it up off the leaf, and after I slowed the water down, I put it on. But I can see that even though I don't have that flow control that I was telling you about earlier, but I am going to have to keep the water turned on other things when I do this drip at the same time. But it's a learning experience, and you see we got the drip there on that pepper plant, and you might not be able to see all the others. The tomato plant just slowly dripping, but let's see what happens when I turn that other hose off. Are we going to have which is this one? Okay, now it comes out a lot faster. So what you do with these are adjustable. That was the whole adjustable thing. Let's see. Okay, that makes it more drippy. If you just turn it clockwise, and you can see when I do that, I also need to get a new washer to go there because I'm losing water. There's always something to do in the garden. Never a dull moment. And so what I'm going to have to do is individually go around to each of these, turn it clockwise so that it goes to a drip type of thing, and maybe even turn the water down at the house.